Hi student, again I'm here with the same topic. It's about three-dimensional geometry. Till now what we have discussed in the topic that we have find out the equations of line in a space when we have given a fixed point or a line parallel to which our given line is described there, and then how can we find out the equation of line when we have a given 2 point there? And in our last class, in our last video, we have do some problems on based on our equations of line passes through one point parallel to a given vector and then passes through two given points. We have done problems to find out its vector forms as well as Cartesian form. And now look in our vector algebra, we have discussed in our last topic when we have discussed a scalar triple product. We have seen here that it's a necessary and sufficient condition for any three vectors to be a coplanar, that it's what whenever a scalar triple product is what is 0, then in which we have seen the coplanarity conditions of vector. Now we are going to here see now in a space where whenever our given 3 points are collinear, we have today we are going to find out the condition that's in a space our 3 points are collinear. How can we prove that the given lines are collinear? Just suppose we have 3 points A, B and C, and we have to want to show here that's our given 3 points are collinear there. Then just I need to take one origin. Look, so suppose the position vector of A is vector A, then B is vector B and C is vector C. Now look, our 3 points are collinear means when we are going to take that what our AC is parallel to AB. Since our ABC are collinear, we start with, then AC is what? We can take our AC is parallel to AB. If our AC is parallel to AC, then AC can be represented in the multiple of lambda. Now we can show our ACs is in the terms of lambda AB. Now look, how can we represent the AC? We can get our AC by obviously OC minus OA. By position vectors of OC minus OA, then also what we have lambda is given by. How can we get OB? Which position vectors are by triangle law, by which position vectors we given as OB minus OA, vector OC minus OA equal to lambda vector OB minus OA. Then what is our OC here? It's a vector C. What is our OA? Is A and lambda. What is our OB? Vector B and OA is what? Vector A. Look up. We have write down also vectors in the terms of just then again what we have to we take common A there, and also what we have we can write down vector C minus vector A is given by lambda B minus lambda vector A. Then look again what we have. Now we have vector C minus vector A minus lambda vector B plus lambda A vector A is equal to 0. Also we can write down lambda minus 1. So what we do, we take here lambda minus 1 vector A cat, and also what we can write down this as a minus lambda times vector b plus vector c equal to 0. Or also we can write down our equation as to make our this lambda positive. 1 minus lambda vector a plus lambda vector b and minus vector c equal to 0. So suppose we take this and plus and take its minus c. If we take this coefficient as a mu1 and take its mu2 and take its mu3 of minus 1 as a mu3, then what we have? Mu1 a plus mu2 b plus mu3 vector c is equal to 0. What we take mu1 equal to what? 1 minus lambda and mu2 as a lambda and mu3 as a minus 1. Then we have what is the condition there? For any scalars mu1, mu2, mu3, if we have our mu1 into vector a plus mu2 into vector b and mu3 into vector c is equal to 0. And also what we see here, we seen that the sum of mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 is what? 1 minus lambda plus lambda and minus 1. What we get? We get 0. Look, what we get there? We get here for any space, if we want to show our 3 points A, B, C are collinear, then what we have to do? For any scalars values for mu1, mu2, mu3, if we have mu1 into vector A plus mu2 into vector B plus mu3 into vector C is equal to 0, as well as sum of mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 is 0, then means we can say that this is our conditions to show our 3 position vectors, vector A, vector B, vector C, to show a collinear there. Then please keep in mind that whenever we have to show the given points of vector A, vector B, vector C is collinear, we have to be suppose to start with let possible, if suppose that, then we have to be show that mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 equal to 0. This is process to show that collinearity for a 3 given point. Then let's take one of the examples. I am going to clarify, I am going to clear more concept with taking one of the example there. So suppose so that the points whose position vectors are given by we have to show that position vector is given there 5 I cap plus 5 k cap. So that the points whose points vectors are given by 5 I cap plus 5 k cap and 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. No, sorry, it's a 2 I cap plus j cap. Two I cap plus j cap plus 3 k cap, and third is given by minus 4 I cap plus 3 j cap minus k cap. Look again, we are going to check vectors. So that the points whose position vectors are given by 5 I cap plus 5 k cap and 2 I cap plus j cap plus 3 k cap and minus 4 I cap plus 3 j cap minus k cap are collinear. Look, we have to be so these vectors are collinear. Then look, first of all we are going to name that. Let's suppose our vector A is given by, and vector B is what? 2 I cap plus j cap plus 3 k cap. Vector C is what? Minus 4 I cap plus 3 j cap minus k cap. Look, we have our 3 vectors. Then what we have to start at? We have to start at let if possible take a mu1, mu2, mu3, mu1 into vector A plus mu2 vector B plus mu3 vector C equal to 0. We start with let if possible mu1 into vector A plus mu2 vector B plus mu3 vector C is equal to 0. Then now look, we are going to put the values of this A, B, C. Mu1 into A, what is your vector A? 5 I cap plus 5 k cap plus mu 2 vector b 2 I cap plus j cap plus 3 k cap, and what is our vector c? Mu 3 into minus 4 I cap plus 3 j cap minus k cap. Now look, we have put in the values of vector a, vector b and vector c here. Sorry, we have also put here equal to 0 because mu1 vector a, mu2 b, vector mu3, vector c is equal to 0. Then now look, we are going to take out all the coefficient of I cap, j cap and k cap from here. Then when we are going to take I cap here, and now look what we have, 5 mu 1, from here what we get, 2 mu 2, and then what we get, minus 4 mu 3. Now we are going to take out j cap common there. Then what we have, look here, no, there is not a j cap, then there is not mu 1. Here we get 1 into mu 2, then mu 2 and plus 3 mu 3, and when we are going to take out common plus k cap, then what we have with k cap, we have 5 mu 1 and then 3 mu 2, and the last is what, minus mu 3. Look, we are going to take out the commons or coefficients of I cap, j cap, k cap. All these are equal to 0. Now look, then what we have, after comparing with this right hand side, we have 5 mu 1 plus 2 mu 2 minus 4 mu 3 equal to 0, mu 2 plus 3 mu 3 equal to 0, and from third we have 5 mu 1 plus 3 mu 2 minus mu 3 equal to 0. Take this 1, equation 2 and 3. Now look, after comparing with our both sides, what we have three equations now in the terms of mu 1, mu 2 and mu 3. 5 mu 1 plus 2 mu 2 minus 4 mu 3 is equal to 0, mu 2 plus 3 mu 3 equal to 0, and 5 mu 1 plus 3 mu 2 minus mu 3 equal to 0. Now look, we are going to take a linear by taking equation 1 and 3. We are going to solve equation 1 and 3 by using which concept? Pairs of linear equations, two variables. We are going to use a cross multiplication method there. We are going to use cross multiplication method to solve 1 and 3. Look, we take mu 1, then take minus mu 2 and mu 3. We are going to take mu 1, then mu 1 coefficients are left there. Then what we have? 2 minus 4 and 3 minus 1. Then what we have? 2 into minus 1 minus 2 minus 4 into this. Look, we have not a constant there. We have because look, sorry, we have 2 minus 4, 3 and minus 1, and 2 into minus 1 and minus 4 into 3. This is plus 12. We have mu 1 upon minus 2 plus 12. Then on the mu 2 what we have? We have to delete this mu 2. Then 5 minus 4, 5 and minus 1. Then 5 into minus 1 we have minus 5, and again minus 4 into minus 20 is plus 20. On the below mu 2 what we have? We have minus 5 plus 20. Then now look, we have get mu 3 here. Deleting this mu 3, 5, 2 and 5 plus 3, 5, 3, 15 and minus 10. Now look what we have. After solving this, we have mu 1 upon 12 minus 10. Here we get 15, but it's a minus. Then mu 2 is what? Then it's a minus 15, and mu 3 is given by 5. Now mu 1 upon 10 is equal to mu 2 upon minus 15 and mu 3 upon 5. Further we can solve this, and this ratios is terms that it's a 5 is common factor there. Then mu 1 upon 2 and mu 2 upon minus 3 and mu 3 3 upon 1. Look, we get 2 minus 3 and 1 value is there. When we are going to compare with this scalar lambda, then we get the value of mu1 is what? 2 lambda, mu2 is what? Minus 3 lambda, and mu3 is what? Lambda. Now we are going to put these values in equation number 2 here. Mu2 is what? Minus 3 lambda plus 3 mu3. 3 mu3, 3 into 1, 3 lambda. We get 0. Now look, what do we get? Our this value satisfying our equation number 2, and as well as what? What is our condition? mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 equal to, we get 0 there. Let's take check this. It's a 2 lambda plus lambda, 3 lambda minus 3 lambda. Yes, we get 0. Means now we are going to start with mu1 vector A plus mu2 vector B plus mu3 vector C equal to 0, and we have so that mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 equal to 0. This is our required condition to show that our given 3 vectors is what? A collinear in a given space there. Again, I am going to revise what we have show there. Whenever we have to show the given 3 points are collinear in the space, then what do you do? We start with, let possible, first of all, we have to start with 3 vectors A, B, C, giving the name this vectors A, B, C, and just we start with, let if possible, suppose that we have some scalar component mu1, mu2 and mu3. We start with, let's if possible, mu1 into vector A plus mu2 into vector B plus mu2 into vector B is equal to 0. Putting the values of A, B, C after solving and writing our right hand side, take out the common factors I cap, J cap and K cap. We are going to common I cap, J cap and K cap component there, and going to compare with our left hand side. It's our 0 vector. It's the 0 I cap plus 0 J cap plus 0 K cap. And after comparing, we get the values what? We get 3 equations in the terms 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to solve any 2 equations by using cross multiplication method and find out the values of mu in the terms of lambda. After getting these values mu1, mu2, mu3, we are going to put these values in the which equation is left there. We have a left equation number 2. It's satisfying the equation 2, the values of mu1, mu2, mu3, and after that we are going to show that the sum of mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 is what? 0. Then this is the whole process to show that our given line is what? Collinear. Our 3 points are collinear. Look, now we have discussed our concept, collinearity of 3 points. Now look, we are going to find out the angle between 2 lines. How can we find out the angle between 2 lines? Just look, and we are going to start with the equation of line when it passes through a fixed point and parallel to a given line. Then look, what is our line formula is there. We start with, suppose we have we are just going to find out the angle between 2 lines. Then angle between 2 lines in the vector form. Just suppose we have 2 lines, R is given as what? Vector A plus take some lambda B. Just suppose we are going to start with to find out the angle between 2 lines. Then what we do that? We start with what? One of our line is given by vector A plus lambda B. But we have to take another line because we have to find out the line in 2. Then we have to be angle between 2 lines. Whenever we are going to find out the angle between 2 lines, this point is fixed there. Then in second format, again our second line is our A plus, but the directions of 2 lines are different there. That's why we have to change this B. Just suppose we take it's a B prime. Also we have to change our coefficient lambda to mu. Look, we have take 2 vector forms of equation of line is given by R is equal to vector A plus lambda B, passes through same fixed point vector A, and R is second equation of line is all given by R is equal to vector A plus mu into vector B prime. Now we have our 2 straight lines in a space there. Then we have to find out angle between 2 lines. Since these lines are passes through a fixed point, to find out the angle between these two lines, we have to find out the angle between directed line. Means the meaning of directed line is that we have to find out, before able to find out the angle between this vector b and vector b prime. The angle between these vectors, parallel vectors b, is gives the angle between our two lines. And look, how can we find out the angle between this vector b and vector b prime? We are going to vector algebra. Then dot product vector b dot vector b prime is equal to what given by magnitude of b to the magnitude of b prime is mod of b and cos theta. Then what is our angle? Cos theta is given by vector b dot product of b prime to the mod of vector b into mod of. Look, what is our basic concept? To find out the angle between two given lines, we are going to take the dot product of parallel line divided by the magnitude of the parallel lines, and this is our angle between two given lines. But this is the angle which is we have given by in the forms when our lines is given in the vector form. So suppose our lines is given in the Cartesian form, then how can we define our angles? X minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b, and z minus z1 by c. This is our equation 1. And x minus x1 by a prime, y minus y1 upon b prime, z minus z1 upon c prime. Look, we have now, if we have equations in our Cartesian form, then how can we find out our angles between these two lines? Again, it's a same process. If we are going to be convert this Cartesian in the Cartesian form, then what's the dot product of these lines? If we have a b dot b, obviously then in the Cartesian form our angle is given by, we are going to be taking the product of this lines, parallel line a b c, then our cos theta in Cartesian form is given by a into a prime plus b into b prime plus c into c prime, and by the dividing by the which our magnitude of what is we get under root a square plus b square plus c square into under root a prime square plus b prime square plus c prime square. This is what for what we use cos theta when our we are going to find out the angle when our lines are given in the which form? Scalar form, and this is for when our line is given the vector form. And look, from it we are also find out the condition when our given lines are perpendicular. So obviously if the lines are perpendicular, when our cos 90 is theta is 90 degree, cos 90 is 0 degree, obviously the denominators cannot be 0. Then what is the condition for given lines are perpendicular is that if what we have this, the value of a prime plus b prime plus c prime is equal to 0. This gives the condition for our lines to be a perpendicular. Our line b perpendicular to b prime. What is our condition for a perpendicular condition to become? So our lines perpendicular to each other is what? A prime plus b prime plus c prime equal to 0, means the sum of the dot product of their directions ratios is, if you are going to take at the place of directions ratios, we take directions cosine. So suppose we get directions cosine L, M, N, L prime, M prime and N prime, then our equations transform to L prime plus M prime plus N prime equal to 0. Means the sum of the product of directions cosines or directions ratios is must be 0 for a given two lines are perpendicular to each other. Then it looks it's our basic concept to find out our angle between two given lines. In vector forms, cos theta is given by vector b dot vector b prime and divided by their magnitude. Then in the Cartesian form, it's a prime plus b prime plus c prime divided by under root magnitude of a square plus b square plus c square under root a prime square plus b prime square plus c prime square there. Now look, we are going to be take 2 or 3 more questions to clarify this angle between two lines concept. Now look, we are going to find the angle between the following pairs of line. We have given two lines. We have given two lines. R is what? 2I cap minus 5j cap plus k cap. R is 2I cap minus 5j cap plus k cap, plus k cap plus lambda into 3I cap plus 2j cap plus 6k cap. We have given our two lines here. Vector R is given by 2I cap minus 5j cap plus k cap and plus lambda 3I cap plus 2j cap plus 6k cap. Then again our second line is given as, take this one, 7I cap minus 6k cap plus mu I cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap. Please don't bother about this vectors and this. When I am going to explain the concept, we have taken the vectors A is same as, but when we are going to discuss the problems here, vectors A are not same. But don't bother about this. Vectors A is the lines passes to from fixed point to not, because to find out the angle between two lines in a space, we just require to find out the angle between which lines they are parallel to each other. It's a must condition. It's not a matter of bother there. It's having different lines are passing through some different point there, because finally we have to find out the angle between these two lines, and we have to find out the angle between two lines is given by the angle between this vector B and vector B primes. Then what is our angle formula? Cos theta is what? Vector B dot vector B prime dot to the magnitude of B vector B and to the magnitude of vector B prime. What is this? This is our B vector B. This is our vector B prime. Then we are going to take the dot product of these vectors. 3I cap plus 2j cap plus 6k cap to the dot of I cap plus 2j cap plus 2k cap upon magnitude of this. How can we get magnitude of this? Under root 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square into 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square. Now cos theta is 3 into 1, 3, 2 into 2 plus 4 plus 6 to 12. Here we get 9 plus 4 and 36, 30 plus 4, 9. We get under root 49. Here we get 2 to the 4 plus 4, 8 plus 9, 9. Then what do we get? 3 plus 4, 7, 12 plus 19. What do we get? 7, and here we get 3. Then 19 upon 21. Then our cos theta is what? 19 upon 21 means the angle theta is given by cos inverse 19 upon 21. This is our angle between given two lines. Our theta is given by cos inverse 19 upon 21. Look, again we have to find out the angle between these two lines. We have a vector B, this is our vector B prime. Our angle formula is what? Cos theta is given by B dot vector B prime divided by magnitude of vector B to the magnitude of vector B prime. We are going to take in dot product of vector B and B dot. Then magnitude of B is given by this and magnitude of B prime is given by this. Then we are going to take in dot product. Then 3 into 1 3, 2 into 2 4 plus 6 into 2 12. And the magnitude is what? 3 square 9 plus 4 13, 6 square 36. We get 49. 1 square 2 square and 2 square we get 2 to 4 plus 1 8 plus 9 under 9. It's a 7, it's a 3, 19 upon 21, and our cos theta is given by theta is given by cos inverse 19 upon 21. This is our angle between two lines concept. Look, what we have discussed today classes. First of all, we have seen the how can we show that our given 3 points are collinears, and then we are understanding the concept, how can we find out the angle between two lines. Then now, all guys, then it's enough for today class. Please get through all topics which I have discussed to you today class. Thanks to all.